Most people think of war as a quick, violent burst of history, but some battles outlive the soldiers, their children, and even their great-grandchildren. You might know about the world wars that lasted a few years, but what if I told you there are conflicts that stretched on for centuries? It is hard to imagine a state of war lasting longer than the very countries involved, yet history is full of these never-ending cycles of violence and forgotten peace treaties. In this video, we are looking at the longest wars ever recorded. We will explore how a conflict can survive for over 700 years and how one specific war lasted for 3 centuries without a single person getting hurt. You will see that history is not always about who won the battle, but who managed to stay angry the longest. The most famous example is the 100 Years' War between England and France. It actually lasted 116 years, from 1337 to 1453. This was not one long battle, but a series of fights over who had the right to rule the French throne. It gave us legends like Joan of Arc and changed how European nations looked at themselves. However, even this century-long struggle is short compared to the Reconquista in the Iberian Peninsula. This conflict lasted a staggering 781 years. It began in the year 711 when Umayyad forces crossed from Africa into what is now Spain and Portugal. It did not end until 1492 when the last kingdom fell. Generations of people were born and died knowing nothing but a state of religious and territorial war. The real problem with these long wars is that the original reasons for fighting often disappear. People forget why they started hitting each other, but they keep doing it because it has become a way of life. Politics, religion, and family pride keep the fire burning long after the first generals are in the grave. A strange twist in this history is the 335 Years' War between the Netherlands and the Isles of Scilly. It started in 1651 during the English Civil War. Because of a legal oversight, a peace treaty was never signed. For over 3 centuries, these two groups were technically at war. The climax of this story happened in 1986, when a local historian realized the war was still officially active. A diplomat finally arrived to sign a peace treaty, ending 300 years of fighting where not a single shot was fired and no one was killed. Whether it is a bloody struggle for a kingdom or a forgotten piece of paperwork, these long wars show us that peace is often much harder to build than a conflict is to start. History is messy, and sometimes the finish line is hundreds of years away. Check out this next video to see the shortest wars ever fought.